everyone. Welcome to the Act of Selling series. Yes, today is a big day. So let's just get straight into it. So, Art of Selling. So, it is the process of transforming your prospect or your target audience into a buying customers. Yes. So, we'll talk about a lot of things. We'll talk about how to study your competitors, how to know your target audience better. Then, we'll talk about how to create awareness, as well as creating offers, messaging, and also how to spark interest. We have a lot of things to talk about, so let me just get right into it. So now let's talk about the target audience. The reason the reason why I'm taking the target audience first is because you need to know more about your target audience. This actually dictates everything. I mean your messaging, the way you relate with your clients, the way you relate with your customers, your target audience. I mean, your target audience is definitely who you are selling your product to, and you need to know more about them to know what they want, what they like, what they don't like, so you can create your messaging towards this direction because you do actually want to know many things about them that is going to help you to actually sell to them. And because you don't want to sell to them in a way that you want to sound salesy, you want to sell to them in a way that they think they need your product, they need it as one of their, one thing they can do that can transform them from where they are to where they want to be, that can take them from where they are to where they want to be. I mean, that is transformation. So let's talk about target audience. So who are your target audience? I mean, I'm not talking about the demographic sheets. I'm not talking about, sorry, permit me. So I'm not talking about demography. I'm not talking about, oh, they are from this country, they're from that country. Of course, that is better. I mean, you want to niche down, you don't want to focus, don't want to focus on all the countries, which is okay. So I'm talking about things like what makes them happy, where do they get their information from? I mean, are your target audience type of people like when they need information about certain things, do they go to Google? Do they go to TikTok? Do they go to Facebook? Where do they go to when they want to get information? Because this type of information will help you when you want to position, when you how to position yourself. Yes, let me use it that way. What are their biggest frustration? What are their fears? What are their hopes? Their dream? Their preferred form of communication, are they those that um are they those that let's say they communicate in a specific, in a type of way? You do really want to know how they communicate, and also, and what do they do to study how they live their life, I mean their way of life. And where do they, I think I mentioned where they hang out as well. I mean, where do they hang out? Is it on Facebook? Is it on Instagram? Because trust me, you don't want to waste your time. I mean, if your target audience always hang out on Facebook and Instagram, why do you have to go to Twitter? Why do you have to? Though you can still broaden your horizon by going to other platforms, but you want to focus all your energy. I mean, most of your energy on Instagram and Facebook because that is where they hang out. That is where they spend most of their time. And also, what does their day look like? I mean, you want to actually study. Oh, this is how what they do in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. That means you want to create your content in way that in a place or ways that they will see it. I mean, when let's say, for example, let's use this. Let's say my target audience, I'm a coach, I'm a fitness coach, and my target audience are women in their late 20s and early 30s. What are these women? And then one thing is common about them is that most of them, I mean, some of them would want to get rid. They have a baby and they want to get rid of belly fat or some, or they just want to get back to their normal body. Their present body maybe makes them uncomfortable, or they want to have that like sexy banging body. Exactly, they want to have that kind of body. That is my target audience. I've already highlighted in that women in their late 20s and early 30s. Those are my target audience. So I need to know what makes them frustrated. Number one, so most of them, of course, most of them don't like their belly fat. They want to take it out as soon as possible. They don't want to see it because it makes them look some type of way. I mean, the pregnancy kind of transformed them from where they were before to where they are now. So they want to lose belly fat. That is their frustration. They will pay anything to make it seem as if they want to lose that belly fat. So you don't want to start, if you want to message those kind of people, you don't want to start saying, oh, okay, do you want muscles? Do you want blah blah blah? No, they're not going to listen to you because you are not speaking their language. What they want is to reduce their belly fat. And if you are saying other things, of course, the probability that they're going to give attention to you is very, very low. Is very low. So after that, that's their frustration. So now, what are the things? And you can, now that you know their frustration, what is their way of life like? Now they have a baby, they have an additional member to take care of. That means a baby, like the baby is going to take their time, is going to make them feel it's going to make them feel tired. Yes, because they have to take care of the baby. There will be extra things to do. So with that, that means you want to create your offer in a way that your offer is not going to take much of their time. And another one is that they are going through a lot of stress. So you don't want your offer to contain exercise that are strenuous. Exercise that are too heavy to do because they won't do it. It's not because they don't want to do it, because they're already going through stress. So knowing all these things will help you create the offers. Help you create your offer and also create your messaging. And you knowing the perfect way to message will also help you in creating your content. So when they see your content, so that when they see your content, they just stop and okay, yes, this person is definitely talking to me. So now you now see why knowing your target audience is very, 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 very important. Because if you know them, you know what they like, you know what they don't, you know their language, you know how they speak, you just know them. Yes, that is why target audience is necessary. That is actually the first thing. You can also see it in the screen. You can check. I mean, the deep customer insights, which is the behaviors, their pain point. I've talked about that. We have messaging, yes, craft communication that speaks directly to your audience needs. I've talked about that. And personalized experience. So you can, that is why I said in creating your offers. So you know how to create your offers. You are not giving them, okay, do this cardio or those strenuous exercise for 30-50 minutes. They don't have the time and they don't have the strength. So you know what they want. So you have to create your offer, because it is one thing to know them, it is one thing to start creating offers that is not suited for them. Because if you know them, you give them what they want. That is it. So with this, they get what they want, you get what you want, which is sales as well. That is that about the target audience. In the next series, I'll be talking about the competitors advantage, how you can know your competitors. What to do with your competitors. Yes, in all sense. So if you want to know more about target audience, I have a checklist, target audience checklist. If you are in need of it, you can message me or send a DM of of how you can get to know your target audience better. And also, knowing your target audience means you have to do a lot of research. And inside the checklist, there are also platforms that can help search. Yes, basically it. So that's it. Let's go. Let's go to the next series, which is the competitors advantage. Thank you.